Hi there! If you're watching, thank you for watching. My name is Venice and I write songs. Last week, I went for my first ever sit-down radio interview with Joshua Simon on Kiss 92 FM. If you're from Singapore, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not, just keep watching on. I did a cover of Landslide by Fleetwood Mac and I'm not exactly happy with it because I was really nervous. I'm including it in because I think I did relatively well. Thanks for watching. I'm definitely gonna put more stuff on this channel. I haven't figured out what. Maybe vlogs. Here's my radio interview. Enjoy.
Sierra and PD Pablo taking us back to the early 2000s there with Goodies. You're on your way with Joshua Simon. We have a special guest on the show. We're kicking back with Bernice Ong, a singer-songwriter who's co-written with Gentle Bones as well. What was that experience like working with Joel?
Man, it was insane because I didn't think that he would like my song. It actually, I started this song like as a 4 a.m. Voice note that I wrote because I just couldn't sleep. I was like, damn, like if I were my ex, what would I tell myself? And then so then I started the lyrics like, tell her I loved her, tell her I cared, tell her I ran away because I was scared, which that lyric ended up getting changed. Joel ended up turning it into like a really sweet song about fighting for the relationship. And so I sent it to his producer Josh, and it just started, and then we made history. Like it was quite insane. Like I also got to do the vocal harmony arrangements on that song as well, so that was really cool to do. So if you can hear like the harmonies when you play You and I, it's actually me singing those background vocals, and I really enjoy that as well. But Joel's a joy to work with. I'm just really grateful that he kind of had a little throwback moment with this song because most of that Gentle Bones album was really pop, and I don't know, like You and I was kind of like an homage to his folksy roots, which is kind of where I'm at right now in my music journey.
With us is Bernice Ong. She's a musician in her own right, but she's also a songwriter, and I always get very fascinated with the stories and the reality of what's it like being a songwriter first, or still doing your thing while also helping others with their music and creating art in that sense, and like I followed artists like Esther Dean, for example. Like she wrote Super Bass, and you hear her in the chorus. Another great example is Charlie XCX here, who wrote this for Selena Gomez, and she's in the chorus. Like you hear her going, ah, you wait for it. Here she comes, Charlie XCX. That's totally her, and she's not credited on the song. And recently we had Bibi Rexha here in Singapore, and she is someone who fought really hard to have her name even included in a song with Nicki Minaj. A lot of people thought it was Nicki's vocals when actually it was hers. Like how have you learned to kind of, similar to what you just shared about, you wrote a song a certain way, it's interpreted another way by the artist who takes the song. How do you kind of like detach yourself and be like, what, it's okay, even though it came from a real experience from me, I'm giving it to you and letting you do your thing?
Oh, that's such a good question. I mean, usually when I write my songs, I'm not really thinking of like an artist in particular, but when it's done, I'm like, wait, actually this would be really good for somebody else other than me.
But
so,
I mean, if it's a hit, why would you want to give away that hit?
I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to park songs into like whether like, okay, it's a hit, but is it for you? Like, does it represent you as an artist, or would it represent some other artist better? You know what I mean? So usually I'm just looking at like where I'm at with my music, and the way that I kind of sift through my songbook is picking out the songs that really feel true to who I am right now. Like, let's say for You and I, for Gentle Bones, I wrote that when about an expired relationship. So I didn't really feel like putting that, I don't know, that part of my experience out. I didn't want that message to be in my own personal narrative, but I just felt like it was still a good song that I could give to somebody else for them to tell their experience of it. And
I think it's really mature that you're able to do that.
Thank you. But
you're almost like looking at your music as I'll give my songs its own life to run free and go where it needs to go to. It doesn't have to always just be mine, and I don't have to hog it.
Yeah, it's like giving them new clothes.
Yeah,
it's like you can't really keep them in one place. Like if they're meant to fly, then let him.
Aww.
Yeah.
But with that said, you're also allowing your songs to shine as well. You know, in the background, we're listening to Ocean Room. This is a song that she released a month ago, and it's the start of a really exciting era for Bernice Ong. More with her in just a bit, and what's on her Spotify Wrapped. You're on your way with Joshua Simon on Kiss 92. Show her some love on Instagram, okay? Bernice Ong Music. A big year for Tate McRae there, new one, Exis on Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. You're on your way with Joshua Simon, and with us on the show, Singaporean singer-songwriter Bernice Ong. And we're listening to Ocean Room. And I hear this is one of the early ones, and there's going to be a lot more that you're going to be dropping on us at the start of the year. I'm guessing not like Christmas songs, right?
No.
Because now every week we're getting another Christmas song.
I'm not there yet. I've got to wait like maybe 5 more years until I'm comfortable enough to write my own Christmas song. But yeah, you're right. This is the first single that kicks off 5 more songs actually that I've got in store for everybody. So I have 6 stories that I have to tell, and Ocean Room is the first story, and it kind of details the growth that has been taking place in my life for the past 3 years. Like, I've had to deconstruct a lot of things and kind of build a new identity, and this all happened after like a huge breakup. So I mean, it's been insane, and it's the reason why I've taken a 3-year hiatus. But these songs kind of outline all the different stages of grief and growth.
I can tell a huge difference when I'm interviewing someone who's a singer versus someone who writes their own music. The way you're talking about your music, the first thing you said was, I have stories to tell, I have things to say. And whatever my friends, like, they ask me, like, hey, when are you going to put out, because I do music as well, and they always ask me, like, when are you going to put out new music? I'm just like, if I have nothing to say right now, if I'm not sure what I want to say, I'm not going to put anything out,
Right.
So just hearing you talk about your art and your craft that way is admirable, and it's something that I do wish not just musicians, but regardless of what kind of industry you're working in, that you kind of look back into, what does my voice want to say first before I kind of like put it into melody. For anyone who's never heard of Bernice Ong, more than the music, let's try to get to know the human for a little bit. Let's go on a date with Bernice Ong, everyone. Bernice, what year were you born?
1999.
What?
Yeah.
Gosh, you're a child. 1999, that was what, American Beauty? Always think of like movies that came out that year. I think the Spice Girls broke up a year before 1999.
Wait, was Miss Congeniality like also in that era?
I think it's a year later, or like early 2000s from what I know. 1999, it was a good year though. A lot of great films came out that year. Okay, if you're in a hawker center, which store do you walk to?
Oh my god, laksa.
You're a laksa girl.
Yeah. Every day I'm gonna eat laksa after this as well.
You got the bak chor mee face.
Yes, 85. Bedok 85. Have to be there.
Okay, when you're getting bubble tea, what's your order?
Oh, Darren. Okay, I don't drink bubble tea because I'm lactose intolerant.
High five. But you can also don't put milk, what?
Okay, then specifically it will be the cranberry vinegar at Playmate. I love sour stuff.
So people have been telling me about this Playmate place. I've never been there. I'm not a big bubble tea person, but I do like a chrysanthemum tea. I'm very old school that way. Okay. If you are at a bakery, what bread do you add to your tray?
Pain au chocolat.
What?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Chocolate croissant. Pain au
she
chocolat.
fancy.
Yeah.
She mine is the red bean bun. The all 6 connect together one.
Oh my! I think I served that once at Proofer. I was like working in a bakery once. That was hot.
I like Proofer though.
Hey.
Proofer bread is always very tempting because it got a lot of cheesy thing.
It is.
Love.
Can you imagine like eating that like once it comes out of the oven? That was my 7 a.m. for like a month.
Pizza.
It
Love.
was so.
Okay, you obviously ended up as a musician, but is this your full-time job?
No, I'm actually studying right now in
Stop.
Yongsu-to Conservatory of Music. I'm on scholarship there, and I'm in my 3rd year now. So I'm just trying to do everything all at once, and so far it's been going fine.
Okay.
Nothing has crashed.
When your teacher first asked you what you want to be when you grow up, Bernice, what did you say?
Honestly, I think I said something like geography lecturer. I was huge into clouds. Oh my god, you have no idea. I created a website called clouds101.weebly.com when I was in Sec 1 because I was such a nerd.
You loved clouds.
Yes. I can tell you like right now, hovering over us right now is Nimbus Stratus. It's a storm cloud. I know
What?
all the names. I made a website about it. Don't play.
Joni Mitchell is smiling somewhere. That's a reference
I
there for
love-
songwriters. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Because
Joni
she really into clouds,
Yeah,
right? More with Bernice Ong in just a bit. You're on your way with Joshua Simon on Kiss 92. Check her out on Instagram and on Spotify. It's at Bernice Ong Music. You're on your way with Joshua Simon on Kiss 92, and with us on the show is singer-songwriter Bernice Ong, who has so much heart and so much personality. Got the biggest smile right now. The entire bridal is just lit up right now, even against the downpour. We got to have you on a little bit longer for a chat, and also see that you've got guitar
Yes,
with
I
you.
do.
In the background, we're listening to Ocean Room. That is the lead one for a new era that she's going to be releasing. She's got stories to tell, and we're here to listen. But real quick, I'm curious because, as I was listening to Ocean Room, the next recommended song is All Too Well by Taylor Swift. Is this on your Spotify Wrapped this year?
Yes, sir. It is on number 1 on my Spotify. It is so good. I was just replaying it so much because there's so many verses, right? It's a 10-minute video. I was breaking down every single verse and like just analyzing her rhymes and like what it all means. I'm a huge Swiftie, so I'm just like tying it to the Swiftie multiverse, like, oh my god, what is she referring
Swiftie
to?
multiverse, you just said.
Yes, that is what I said. There's a Swiftie multiverse, and it's just like, wait, which relationship is she talking about? And then what exactly did he do? Like, what does this indicate? Oh my god, I want to know.
I love just hearing musicians who really care about music gush about music, especially when it's like they're fans of other artists, because you're a creator too, but then you're also adoring someone else's craft,
Yes.
And I wasn't the biggest, I was a casual Taylor Swift
Swiftie.
fan.
Okay.
And then I think it was the Folklore album, that one completely took over my life. And then I went to go see the Eras Tour recently, and all too well, I shared this on the show as well. I said I would never listen to this 10-minute song. And then I one day decided to, and I listened to it over and over and over and over again. And I started crying, and I had this like
man.
super cathartic release, just hearing every verse come to life again. So I was just like, if you've never heard the 10-minute version of All Too Well, which always should have
gotta
been the
hear
original version,
Yeah,
and then you realize that, hey, this was a song from the Red era, and she was so young as well when she wrote this song.
She was.
So ahead of her time.
yeah, it's insane.
Well, in a bit, we're going to let Bernice here shine. She's going to sing for us, so don't go anywhere right now. This is In Sync with Better Place on Kiss 92. You're on your way with Joshua Simon on Kiss 92, and with us on the show, Singaporean singer-songwriter Bernice Ong. But right now, she's got her guitar out, and you're choosing to do a cover, okay? And this is not a Taylor Swift song, even though you're a huge Swiftie. This is a really interesting choice for the song that you're going to perform. How about you just tell us about it?
This is a song by Fleetwood Mac called Landslide, and it talks about how we can all be really afraid of change, but the landslide is still going to come and change is still going to come. And if I could sum up all of my experiences in the last 3 years, I think this would be the song that I would choose. And how change can be good, and it's really dependent on the way that you look at it.
Now, you were born in 1999, and I've got like a smile on my face because you know Fleetwood Mac, So who introduced you to Fleetwood Mac? Was it your parents that kind of like passed it down to you?
Man, that I cannot say that because I actually found Fleetwood Mac by myself. So I'm like a big scavenger on Spotify. Like I just
that.
go in looking at like 80s records, 70s records.
Know the greats that came before that paved the
Yes.
way for the artists today.
Exactly. It informs every single thing that we do today. Like every single song takes inspiration from like everything before. And yeah, so I really like stuff from the 80s. I love the Doobie Brothers and how they arrange their harmonies. I take a lot of inspiration from that. I love Led Zeppelin. I like Joni Mitchell.
Ooh.
Oh, you love Joni Mitchell too.
Love. Yeah, I listen to like Nancy Sinatra and everything. So a lot of artists that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily think of. Al Green, Bill Withers. But yeah, this is your moment, Bernice Ong, everyone. Take it away.
Took my love and I took it down. Climbed the mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh, oh, Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Oh, time makes you bolder, and children get older, and I'm getting older too. Hey, to my love, and I took it down. Oh, climbed the mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh, 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 Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you older, and children get older. I'm getting older too. I'm getting older. I'm getting older. To my love, and I took it down.
Christina Aguilera taking us back to basics there with Ain't No Other Man. You're on your way with Joshua Simon, and right now a chance for you to win a water adventure for two with a double kayaking package. This is valued at $144 from Lazarus Sea Sports. Now, this story is dividing netizens right now. A little bit of hoo-ha in Woodlands. Sembawang Town Council has partially barricaded the void deck area under a block of flats after they kept getting constant complaints about kids playing football at the void deck. You know, and to stop them from causing a nuisance to everyone else, they just barricade the whole area. But netizens are a bit upset over this. Some are saying it's not a pretty sight, first of all, to come home back to your neighborhood and then everywhere is barricaded.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's like, I also understand, you know, like if you are raising kids, for example, you know, or you want some peace and quiet after a long, hard day at work, you hear people noisy downstairs, it's going to affect you as well. We have singer-songwriter Bernice here in the studio. What are your thoughts on this?
Wow, I mean, it's such a point of contention, right? Because as an adult, like when you come home, you want that peace. But as a kid, I think I loved hearing life, you know, around the neighborhood. Even though like right now, I still hear like the kids playing football in my own neighborhood.
Yes.
I think that the sound of that is what gives life and what reminds us of like the most human things. We all love fun, and just because, you know, you're older now and maybe your definition of fun is maybe Netflix and not football in the void deck, I don't necessarily think that's a reason, to be so harsh to barricade a whole void deck.
I think it doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't, because they're just gonna find other spaces or they'll come back again, and plus I think it's such an unpleasant sight, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
you come home and it seems so dystopian. It's like something out of Divergent. I would think like, oh my goodness, they don't want noise anymore, and so they'll just like barricade the area. Sure, but what are they really stopping?
Yeah.
Like, is it noise or is it the whole idea of fun?
Yeah, the culture, I think, of a neighborhood, that kampong spirit, is very, very important. And I don't want us to, and this is just solely my opinion, I don't want to come back to my neighborhood and everything feels very cold. I don't see people playing outside. Everyone's just in their rooms. Everyone's just keeping quiet, headphones on, using their phones. The fact that we have kids that are playing sport outdoor, interacting with
That's
each
a
other,
miracle.
that's incredible. And I think it's for us now to guide the children to say like, hey, please have fun and play, but also be mindful
Correct.
of people around you.
Yeah.
Something just doesn't feel right to just barricade the place and say y'all
Yeah.
cannot. Then what is this space for?
Exactly.
And they're saying no, you can still use it for weddings and everything. Say, no, like ultimately, the facilities are there to serve the community, and these
Correct.
kids are part of the community. So how can we include them rather than excluding them? And they're still gonna play. They're gonna find somewhere else to play, and now they're
Yeah.
gonna be angry at the establishment, supposedly.
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts on this, dear listener? Do you think it was the right idea for the town council to barricade the void deck so the kids will stop being a nuisance, as they say, being noisy, kicking a ball? Or do you think they should open it up? Or you have an alternate solution that we can propose even better? WhatsApp me, 8855-0920. Once again, a water adventure for two with a double kayaking package valued at $144 from Lazarus Sea Sports. Now, if I can find the kids, I'll give them this prize also.
I'm sure you would.